Hello, my air element. This is the air element energy reading. Okay, I am High Priestess Key 333 in the place to be for the 1, the 2, and the 3, which is the knowledge, the wisdom, and your understanding that I am bringing to you. So, hopefully, you can get some messages or some type of insight out of the messages that the ancestors bring through. Now, over here, we resonate with the true sidereal. All right, so it is not the Western that I will be speaking of. It is a spiritual astrology. I do not use tarot cards. I use my oracle cards that are created with my ancestors to bring through specific messages for you, so you'll know and you'll be able to maybe proceed. Not maybe, but you will be able to proceed, or you may get some type of information or clarity, confirmation out of this, out of the messages that come out. All right. I'm speaking of when you see this message. This is not time stamped for anyone. This is for the air element. Air is about conflict. Air is about the mental. Air is looked at as the swords in some of the, tarot decks and so forth, right? So when you think of that, you think of your challenges, you think of your conflict, you think of air element, which could also go back to, even weather, right? Breathing, air. We don't have life without air, right? So this is the element of the air. Okay, air signs may resonate with these messages more. That's my Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. All right. I do suggest you look at your Saturn just blew out. um, I do recommend that you look up your true sidereal birth chart to get your true um, zodiacs that you were brought into when you took your first breath here on this earth. Where was the planetary alignment? So that's what I discussed in reference of the messages too. We talk about the planets, we talk about the zodiacs, and we talk about the energy that it is that's happening at the time. All right, so let's get into it. Air element ancestors. Air. What are the messages for air? What is the air element need to know? Air, in reference of anything that they're going through at this time about air element ancestors. Air. What is the messages for air element at this time, ancestors? Air. Air. Asha. Okay. All right. So I also speak in reference of the messages based off of the universal laws, which is what we're governed by. All right. So that's how I do my spread when I am reading to you what the ancestors want to come through. All right. So the message that's here is definitely showing um, that right now you could be going through some things, right? Some interruptions in your life. This could be interferences. This could be miscommunications. This could be interruptions, disruptions. This could be deception. Okay. Um, for some of my air element. Okay. Those that resonate with air. This could be in reference of your actual love life. This could be around your home, okay? The things that you're going through. Um, but a lot of what you're going through determines the energy of what is to come, okay? And the shift. You're going to have to make some sacrifices in here in reference of change, all right? The ancestors is definitely showing it. You have a lot here, air element, that goes back to some things that are connected also to water, because I have a lot of Scorpio energy here. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, and I also have Cancer energy here, so you could be dealing with a Cancer. And I also have the profound energy of Gemini. So Gemini, you are air element. This may resonate with you more. The law of cause and effect is definitely showing the energy of the law of rhythm, which lets me know that right now it's all based off the rhythm that you're in, which goes back to your frequency air. Okay, so cycles, feeling like you're going through the same cycle or repeating cycles. The ancestors want you to understand that right now is a time that You may want to look at the things, reevaluate, reassess the things that you're constantly, doing over and over and over again, because you have to have some type of intervention to help you come out of that. It's sacrifices that are needed, and it looks like it goes back to your, the way you've been living your life, right? Maybe even the things that you've had happen in your life. Um, you could be the messenger of the different things and the sins that you've been in to others to help them ascend, okay, at this time. Because remember, air is always about conflict, about the mental, even being in conflict of your own thoughts and your own emotions, right? And sometimes that's just conflict with others, or confrontations and challenges and things that you can help others to learn from your mistakes as well, or you can learn from someone else's. But the ancestors is definitely showing that that's in your, that's in the aspect of the law of cause and effect for you. The ancestors is showing that right now you're enduring, right, the things that you can create, right? So being creative right now may be something that you're having a hard time doing. Maybe, because you're all in your mind, you're overthinking some things that, you want to change, and you may be inspired to change those things, especially around your earthly possessions, tangible things, money, cars, clothes, homes, right? Whatever it may be that you're trying to assess. The ancestors is showing that you're working towards that, but there's going to be some things that are going to happen around that as well. Don't get it twisted. It looks like, the ancestors is definitely sending you a warning in reference of utilizing and working with your spiritual gifts, right? The more you work with your spiritual gifts, the more you will be upgraded. Understand that right now it's all about, the energy that you're in. What I'm seeing here is the things that you're shifting and you're trying to make happen in your life, what you're inspired to do. You're also attracting, okay? So that can come in the place of like miracles happening, right? And also you performing miracles for others, you see? So the energy you put out right now is what you get back. Some of the air is having a hard time with that. What's changing for you is knowing and receiving or learning about the deception in life, the secrets that are here. I have that new moon energy that is in what's changing for you. The new moon phase is what's going to change a lot in your life. And that could be the one coming, or it could be just the next phase, depending on when you see this message. um, what's changing for you in the law of transmutation of energy, or what you can shift, is also things that have been aggressive for you. It looks like some things can be changed for you around your career. You can change that, right now, or it will be changing for you. There's new beginnings in reference of your change. And this is the same for air sign to work with water when it comes to what you want to change, what you want to shift. You are going through a transformation right now, air element. And the ancestors want you to know that goes back to healing. That goes back to shedding of the things that no longer serve you, so you can be reborn. So you can go through the things that the ancestors is saying that you are supposed to have in your life in this lifetime. Okay. So the ancestors definitely want you to work on your root chakra. That will change some things for you. Work with the element of water and air, because you have that throughout your chart, okay? I mean, throughout your reading, okay? The ancestors is showing have faith over fear, okay? Peace. It's all about peace of mind for you, okay? Because a lot of things that you're going through it starts with your mental, because you are the air element. Okay, so that's about the mental. And I always tell everyone, even when I did my readings on my other channel, All in the Cards, I always tell everyone, when they get your mind, when I say they, what does that mean? This matrix, this universe, the powers that be, that are here, that govern this earthly plane. When you get your mind by the other tangible things that are here to create us, to make us receive and feel the punishment that we're here to receive in this lifetime, they got your mind. So right now, what's happening in your life, air, And the challenges and the conflict and the things that you're going through are patterns of things to show you and to hopefully you can break out of in reference of your future so you can receive the energy that's here, which is about generational wealth, where you're able to break those generational curses. Some of you working with deities and so forth, right? Working strong with your ancestors is what you should be doing, right? Doing your ancestor work, you know, putting that energy into your ancestors. So this energy of temptation, this energy of conflict, even within yourself, can be sustained, can give you something to hold your faith on, right? Can give you something to reside with or resonate with in reference of peace. Okay, because the air element is probably truly right now just wanting peace, right? Because there's a lot of emotional energy here. There's a lot of foreign elemental things that are in the air energy here. And the ancestors is saying that could be, you know, you dealing with foreign people or dealing with a foreign country or dealing with even immigration situations or dealing with uncomfortable situations in your life that are making you truly emotional, that's making you overthink things, that's bringing conflict in your life, challenges. This is the energy that is here. And the ancestors said, the pain and the suffering you can get through, but you must understand that you're here for a mission, a purpose, right? And so it is. The ancestors want you to know in this energy of Operon, some of you that I'm speaking to have had fatherless homes, or maybe going through that in reference of what you're dealing with around your, you know, living, your where you live, you know, maybe your children, maybe you don't have the father in the house to your children, or maybe you didn't have that. Some way, somehow, it's made an impact in your life, and it's reflected to what you're going through right now. The ancestors want you to know you must continue to fight through the emotional energy and to also remember to have mind control, right? Ask for that from your ancestors to allow you to be able to keep your mind, your body, and your soul in alignment. Ancestors, we seek alignment. We ask that you continue to give us control over our minds. Ancestors, don't allow us to have this earthly plane to take us over. So that's why the ancestors say work with your root chakra, okay? Because there's a lot of childhood trauma that the air element has to deal with on a day-to-day basis. And the reason is so is because you never have come out of that element of having those things that have went wrong with you in your past. But the most spiritual has to deal with a lot of adversity anyway, because it's definitely hell here on earth. Clarity of the spread, ancestors, for the air element. Clarity in the spread for the air element. Air, clarity. In reference of the messages that are here for air, clarity. Asha, yeah. In the lion's gate, okay? Ancestors showing, but the ancestors is here to help you get out of it. So we have the interruption, but we have the lion's gate that came in, and that's the 333. That's the ancestors stepping in to help you through this lioness time. Look at this. This is the lion's gate, and I'm doing it on the lion's gate. Ancestors said what you have to endure is this full moon that we're actually having at this time. You're enduring that energy. It's very strong. Some of you are going through major things right now. Looks like there will be some type of intervention, but it's definitely trauma that you're going through, okay? The trauma is here. I'm definitely seeing that, you know, element of water once again. A lot of you are going through major things because it is that element of Cancer that's here. You could be dealing with a Cancer sign. I have Scorpio again. I have Leo, okay? A lot of Leo energy, which we're in the Lion's Gate, but we're still dealing with Cancer energy, right? In the true sidereal, we're still in Cancer energy. We're still in Cancer Sun in the true sidereal. It's where the planetary alignment lies. We're still dealing with Cancer energy with Mercury, which we're still retrograde in until the 11th. All right. So the ancestors is showing with that energy being in reference of your finances. Some of you are going through this for a short period of time. Okay. Some of you, this goes back to some of my Libras. Also, this may resonate with you. It's about the communication. It's about you taking swift action with things that you want to change, such as your finances and so forth. Libra and Gemini, this may resonate very strongly with you. But also, anybody, right? But right now in the air element, you're having conflict. You could be having constant disputes around finances, around your home life, around your living conditions, around some type of legal situation. But the ancestors want you to take swift action. Right now, it's time for you to take swift action. This is all about a short period of time of things. But what you do in this period of time right now, air element, in reference of taking care of this situation, don't be the fall person for anyone else in any other situation as well. Okay, the trauma that you're feeling, there's some things that can shift for you, but you must take action. The ancestors is here to help you. And some things you're not seeing that's coming down the line in reference of your finances, as well as your physical needs, as well as this justice situation as well. It looks like, you may be feeling like, you're not going to win, but the answer is giving you the heads up now to take swift action in whatever it is that you're going through legally, financially, and with communication. So if you've been procrastinating, now is the time for you to no longer procrastinate. It's time for you to take action. It's time for you to make moves, right? And it looks like you're coming out of a bad relationship as well. That was a short relationship. It wasn't long term. It could have been long term, but it looks like some of my air elements, you're finally moving out and moving away from whatever volatile relationship this was. And the ancestors is saying it's needed, is so, because you're going through there. This is why that emotional trauma is sitting here. But you have the ancestors' help, and the ancestors want you to work with this full moon air. You should be working with this full moon, especially if it's around your career situation, relationship situation, health, transformation. Ancestors showing right now also shadow work is needed for my air element. Shadow work on self, work on the wounds, work on the emotional trauma, the things that have caused you headache and havoc from childbirth, okay, or childhood trauma. But all that's here because your adulthood right now is suffering from something that is in the shadow, okay, even the ego. All right. But the ancestors want you to work with water element, like I told you earlier, because water is all throughout, but also work with a black crystal. It could be a black obsidian, it could be a black kyanite, it could be black, whatever. Moonstone as well, and red jasper. The ancestors want you to work with birch, myrrh, or saffron. Okay. Air. Please work with those elements. Okay. That's what I have here. Also, right now, you are in the lion's gate, but it controls your destiny and you control your destiny. So you're able to shift and maneuver out of this. You must investigate whatever this is to get out of it. Maybe you're going to have to you're going to have to use your intuition and your discernment, but it's a lot of miscommunication, disruptions, violations that are happening in reference of air. This is all about, and be careful of accidents as well, air. Be very mindful, but the consequences of one's own involvement is what you decide. It's about you, right? Of whatever this conflict and whatever this is. And also in reference of it being just confliction within self. So we have to take accountability. We have to have be fortified, empowered, and have strength to get through it. And the ancestors is here to help you through it. Air. All right. So if you've been seeing the 333s, the 999s, this may resonate with you very strongly. The ancestors definitely want you to work with the moon phases, air. That's the full moon that is coming tomorrow, as well as the new moon that comes after. That's when you're going to see the change in your interruptions, the interventions from whatever you've been going through. If you work with this full moon, that's going to allow you to attract the positive energy and the good karma, and to balance the polarity that is unbalanced at this time. But it also goes back to the ancestors telling you to work through and work towards whatever it is that you've been putting off. It's now time for you to have participation in whatever it is. It's now time for you to no longer procrastinate. It's now time. Swift action is needed. All right. So that is your messages, air, for whenever you see this message. All right. This is the energy and these are the messages. Much love to you. It's High Priestess Key checking off. Peace, family. Peace.